Okay, we're also going to send you a set of these wires with the coils on them, and your current SSR, which is located on the back of the box over here, yours currently looks like this, with this connection going to here for ground. And what we're going to do is take this one off, this wire and this wire off, and go ahead and connect these coils up, these right here, just like this one is, from here to the ground on the back, and from down in the bottom right corner also to the ground. This, like I said before, this has the shunt in it. Your box won't. There'll just be a hole there that the other ground wires were attached to. So you'll run these along just like they are in this box, and they'll be included in your kit with your other stuff when it gets there. Okay, now we're going to put the light back in and put the bracket over the top of the light like that. Put it underneath the wiring harness, and get the screw that you removed out of there, along with whatever ground wires that were attached there originally. Just attach those back right on the screw, and put it through the hole and screw it in. Okay, then we're going to attach the rest of the ground wires back in the center of the box. Again, take the screw that you took out of there and put it through all of the ground wires. The best way to do that is to put the smaller ones on there first, slide them onto the screw first, and leave the two larger ones that you're now attaching there with the coils on them that you didn't have there before. But leave those two larger ones for the bottom. Slide them onto the screw last, in other words. Okay, that's good for that. Oh, we need to plug the pump back in. Okay, now we can put the, we need to also plug the light back in. Okay, now we'll put the overflow sensor back on that we took off before. Just slide that end on, and you'll have to squeeze the clamp shut. Some channel locks usually do pretty good with that. Okay, now we'll put the PCS in there, and this will be the new PCS that is in your kit in the box that we ship to you. And just set it there. You can look through the back side, through the holes there, line up for the screws. Okay, now we're going to put the power supply back in, and I've got the power supply right here. Now, one thing I'd like to mention first, this one has a plug on it. If yours has a plug on it, you can go ahead and mount it and then plug it in. If you had to remove the terminal connectors on the left hand side, you want to put those back on before you mount it on the wall. Just for ease, there's not enough room to put them on easily once it's mounted on the wall. So that'll determine the order you do that. We'll go ahead and mount this because this is already connected up. So the easiest way I found to do that is to have this screw in here already, that one screw, and then slide the power supply onto that one screw. Okay, and then put the two screws, one on top and bottom on this side. And then tighten all three of the screws up and you're good to go. Okay, now we're going to get ready to put the top back on. This one has being our demo box, this one has a small insulator right here. Yours will have the larger one, but it's glued to the top, so it should be stationary there, and the screws, the Teflon screws that we're putting back in there afterwards should still be there. Okay, we got the hole in the back. We're going to go ahead and feed the hose, start the hose through there. And this is basically just the opposite of what we did to take it off. Once you get the hose started through there, just pull it till it's far enough back that that lip falls over the back side of the box. Okay, then we reconnect the hose, put the fitting into the hose sticking out of the back there, and reattach the clamp, and then tighten it with channel locks. All the clamps that you've had to take off and put back on get squeezed shut with those channel locks like that. Okay, now we reattach the overflow sensor, the hose coming from the overflow sensor, to the front of the fill tank. Again, the clamp, and then squeeze it shut with the channel locks. Okay, now we attach the hose on the bottom to the bottom of the fill tank.
This one do not use.
And this glue. This one we do not use any glue on. You want to put it, screw it hand tight, and then get your 2 wrenches again, just like we did to take it apart. Okay, that's good for that. Then the fan, the cooling fan and the heat exchanger. Like I said, your screws ought to be sitting still in the hole there. If not, slide them back through there.
They're plastic.
They're Teflon screws. And get them started in the hole there. And snug them up. Don't over tighten them, otherwise they'll strip. They can strip rather easily. And once you do both of those, then we'll go ahead and put the 4 screws back on the sides here, and on the 2 on the side, and the 2 on the back that we took off initially. And double check that all your wire connections on the cell down here are tight, and everything else in this area is tight. And then you can refill the unit and go ahead and test it out. Once you have everything tightened up, if you've, well, you will have had to glue hoses back in, and maybe some fittings if any came loose. So you want to wait till at least the following day to go ahead and refill it, and then test it at that point. But that way, that gives the glue plenty of time to cure, and you don't have to worry about any problems with any leaks.